I think we can forgive them. Playing a DOS game, except it isn't a text adventure, it's just ASCII art. Cat.
I create because I.
A schlake, if you will. Everything. Yes, you should. I unfortunately cannot because my camera is on top of my water. I have accidentally taken a swig before.
Just tastes like chocolate.
That's
For the record, Nate, I am streaming to my YouTube channel. They can hear you. Not that anybody's watching.
Huh?
I'm streaming to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to set it up anyway. They can hear you. So you're like, bah!
Ain't nobody need that.
Hey there, Johnny G side. I'm just setting up, trying to get a setup going for live streaming so that I can do this more. I'm gonna have a cigar, work on getting the stream hardware configured, maybe do a little bit more work on this costume I'm working on. Roommates behind me painting miniatures. Big Thug going up on in here. Big Thuggin' going on. Wow, I can't even talk. I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna be having this Ruination 10th anniversary Man of War. It's a good cigar though. I like it. Yeah, man, I figure if I don't put a little more effort into like live streaming and stuff, I'm never going to get enough watch time to get monetized. Not that being monetized is the end all be all of this, because I'm going to do it regardless. But it would be nice to hit that mark again, because they took it away from me once. Back when they changed the rules, that is. This message is held for review. I don't know what that means. Oh. Did I settle after the shitty 2020? Man, yes and no. We're still trying to recover from the 2020 debacle, all the crap that happened. But, I mean, you know, we're hanging in there. I'm still working. I have another job now. I started working for the state in July. So... Oh, dude, I'm so far from being monetized. If we had 100 people watching right now, it would still take a few days of streaming to get that far. Right now, though, my current focus is this project I'm working on. And I've got this costume I'm working on building here. This is paper mache with a layer of cloth paper mache to it, and then the bottom part is just yarn and jute cord that's been spray painted black. And to go with it, I've started working on this little paper mache helmet. So this is the project we're working on now. Now, I'm probably going to be leaving the stream running just indefinitely, maybe. I don't know. So, you know, if you really awesome, just leave like a private browser window open with my stream on it muted in the background. Give me that watch time. That'd be dope. Yeah, I should have recorded it, but the problem is I was like unsure of what I was doing, so I didn't record it. I wanted to like do it once before I recorded myself doing it. That way I don't look incompetent. Even though doing something once does not make one competent. I just wanted to feel better about it first. But the project that I'm working on is like going to take a while. This is just one of many outfits required for that project. You can think of it like a fashion show. I mean, it's not. I'm actually working on an art book. But this will be in that art book, and there'll be plenty more. And whenever I go to shoot this to do like the photography part of it, that will be... You'll get a behind-the-scenes video for that. I'll record me having crazy ideas. That would be non-stop. I would be recording myself indefinitely, because I come up with crazy ideas about every 2 minutes. I think I've got late onset ADHD. Was actually thinking about going to the doctor to see if I can get on Adderall. You know, maybe. That would be cool. I don't mind sharing my ideas with the world. Just like to have a solid foundation and a little development behind them. Now, while I'm doing this, the beautiful thing about this paper mache is it's actually toilet paper and paper towels. And then liquid starch. So the total cost of all of this stuff is like $5 for some toilet paper, you know, because pandemic price hike. And these are like $2 a bottle. And then the fabric that's on top of the chest piece is just like these really cheap shop rags. Buy them for like $5 or $10 at Sam's Club in mass. Yeah, paper mache, like, it just dawned on me the other day when I was looking at some other artwork that I thought was inspirational. Like, I could do that out of paper mache. I don't even know what triggered that, but normally I would do stuff like this out of leather. But I really like the texture I got out of it, so I think paper mache might have been the right way to go. Back in the days. How old are you, Johnny? What constitutes back in the day for you? Like last Thursday or 20 years ago? Because for me it was 20 years ago now. Oh, you're 38, so you're just a little bit younger than me, not much. I'm 39. I actually turned 40 this year, or will be turning 40 this year. Fun times. Yeah, normally I would do that out of leather, but, you know, I wanted that different kind of texture to it, and I can't really get that particular texture out of leather.
Oh, Dad.
Maybe I could have gotten the texture out of leather. I don't know. It's also like that would cost me a couple $100 to do. This cost me a couple of bucks to do. And I'm gonna do like 20 of these things. I mean, not the helmet specifically, but like the plan is to do about 20 outfits.
They are Martians. We saw.
They from Mars? The roommate's painting Adeptus Mechanicus for Warhammer 40k. Yeah, leather. Yeah, dude, the leather is so expensive. It's got its place, but in like mass amounts of costuming, when you got to make a bunch, unless you're like privately wealthy or have somebody buying it, it's almost not worth it.
Socialism, handouts, what that. We take that route. I'll take those. Send it my way.
Another thing I like about the using the toilet paper for paper mache
Oh yeah.
is that it very quickly becomes almost like a paste.
It's all along the same lines and not asking each other.
And you can really smooth it out.
Like that.
Yeah, man. I had a capture card for. Well, I've actually had two. I've had an Elgato and another Blackmagic Design capture card, like a Intensity Shuttle or whatever, and they both finally just gave up the ghost, so I wasn't able to record. Not with not live stream. I mean. I've been doing pretty good on being consistent with my YouTube uploads, though.
And they're basing that on 2019. Should be 2020. Pretty sure I'm over 50,000 in 2019.
Nate, if y'all are talking about the stimulus thing, they're still basing it off of 19.
Ooh. I'll have to check. Well, I mean,
I do need to get myself a little smaller screen to put over here where I can just look up and see what's going on.
I got it both times. I would have did the thing just in case. Forgot I couldn't show you these guys. There you go, Sergey. Yeah. They are not specimens. They are robots. This mechanic does a shit ton of robots and automation. Yep, on the side. That is nice. They consider them wings.
Soon I'll have clean clothes. Oh yeah.
Yeah, once I'm done with this one, I'll be starting the next costume, and I'm expecting there to be a lot of paper mache on that one as well. So I will be recording that one for sure. Like I said, this one was really supposed to be a test run, just to make sure I knew what I was doing or had a little bit of proficiency doing what I was doing. So. Right now, I'm just like the goal is to thicken up some of where, just to thicken up the layers of the paper mache on this side, and sort of blend some of these features in that are sculpted with foam. Stuck in traffic. I was stuck in traffic earlier today. That shit's annoying. Honestly, I'm surprised Rob isn't on here trash talking me because I always get on his live streams and trash talk him.
That's too much. That's too much. I have done.
Yeah, there's a lot of wild weather going on in a lot of places, man. That sucks, though. Flooding is no fun. Death by drowning is probably one of my top 10 least favorite ways to die.
Hell yeah. It's a mistake.
Apparently, it's my roommate's staple to dive up and be a drowning, though. I actually don't even think he's paying attention to me. Tell Sergey I said hi.
John says hi.
He can hear me. He can hear me.
He said hi, John.
Tell him he needs to have a browser tab open, a Cognito browser tab open to my YouTube channel because I'm streaming right now.
There's only room for 2 streams. One is League and the other is mine.
He can leave me on mute. He can leave it running, minimized in the background on mute.
Got a YouTube stream going.
I do a paper mache.
You're doing some paper mache. You're doing some Donnie Darko over there.
Yeah. Hell needed a helmet. When's Sergey gonna come over here and play Cards Against the Star Wars with us?
Oh yeah, sorry guys. We'll have to do another night over here because John got Cards Against Star Wars. So we have to crack that open with copious amounts of booze.
If he wants to come over this weekend, I can send Audrey to Tulsa.
It's true.
Camera closer, huh?
Yes. Sergey wants to know if that bust has nipples.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need a longer cable on the camera, but yes, the bust does indeed have nipples. No, the mold that I made this from does not have the nipples. They are actually little balls of toilet paper. What do I think how long it takes to finish this? Well, I did the bust in about 3 days. But I didn't do as much shaping on it as I'm doing on this. And really, I'm almost done with the main layer of this stuff. I'm just trying to get some, like, sculpted shapes out of it. So, I'm hoping that I can be done with this one. I won't be able to work on it tomorrow. Hoping I'll be done with this one by the middle of next week. Time to live to YouTube delay is 11 seconds. That's pretty brutal. Kind of not surprising, though. I guess I can't be mad at it, though. 11 seconds ain't bad.
Huh? Something Mediterranean.
Is he bringing us some Mediterranean food? I don't even know what Mediterranean food would consist of. What is that?
There you go. So why's Callista getting picked now? It's like I didn't see any Callistas. Huh?
I do sell on Etsy. I sell my leather work there. This particular stuff, once it's been photographed, I would be willing to sell it. I also take commissions, so if you want something specific, I'm definitely all about that.
Have turned into a paint eater.
But this particular piece that I'm working right now, I will keep until my book project is done, because this is going to hopefully be making its way into that book. All I heard was that Sergey's cooking his Mediterranean food. That's it.
Well, I suggested Mediterranean food, and Sergey started bitching about shit.
What does Mediterranean food even consist of? What is that?
Huh?
What kind of food is Mediterranean food? Like, what are they? Like, you know, pizza's supposed to be Italian, or enchiladas are Mexican food.
Think Greek. Think
Gyros, that's it? Lamb?
No, that's not the only one, but something like it.
That's all I know.
There's more.
Well, tell him I'll take whatever it is that's full of meat. Tell him to bring me the Mediterranean version of whatever Ron Swanson would eat. That's so far outside my scope of understanding. Mostly fish. You know, I guess that would make sense. You know, Mediterranean Sea, Mediterranean area. That would make the most sense. However, Ron Swanson would not opt to eat fish, I think, the majority of the time. I think that's too big of a piece. I might have to do the lines on the horns with with string. Having a big belly, you can roll up toilet paper squares on your belly pretty easy. Makes it kind of nice. Shady's back. Back again.
Shut up. Okay. Good to see this driving around. See if I can do something else.
You don't watch it, Nate. I'm just going to put you on live stream for real.
You can't do that.
I could just turn the camera around.
That's against the lore.
Against the lore of what? Talking about Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, what lore?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining, Johnny. I appreciate the few moments we got to hang out there, man. Hope to see you again soon. Like I said, most likely the stream is just going to stay running indefinitely if I can help it. So pop on in and say hi whenever you see me on here.
Earth is just not all that fun anymore, dude. It's like with some of the champions that came out, it just gets stupid.
What's up, Jacob?
What a dipshit.
Almost kind of looks like a Daredevil mask. A little bit. What's up, Mia? I'm just doing a test stream. I mean, you know, nothing serious. Yeah, dude, I just got a one of the Blackmagic ATEM Mini Pros, and I'm streaming with my Sony A6600 right now. This is just on a pancake lens, 16 millimeter f2.8. So the lens kind of sucks, but you know, is what it is. I could definitely, you know, go with a different lens probably. I'd go with my other camera too, but you know, I think this works out fine. For those of y'all just joining, this little bucket here has got some, I don't know if you can see it or not, a little bit of starch in it. Starch in it. Some light over here. Anyway, it's got some starch in it. I'm working on this helmet piece. And right now what I'm going to do is I'm dipping some kite string into the starch so I can use it as a texture effect on these horns. Possibly, if it'll stick. I chose kite string instead of something bigger because I don't want this to be a ridiculously exaggerated detail. I kind of want it to be petite, you know? Small little layer, little details, lots of little details.
Snaky snack.
Zeus.
And now my horn has a little bit of texture to it. And it looks good.
Shalka. Oh, rope. Drumstick or two, please.
And now what I'm doing is using some pandemic paper, aka toilet paper, to blend in the base of the horn a little bit more so that it looks like the horn is a growth rather than just glued on.
Now you're gonna be the one people rage
Bam. Okay, Indie Film says, I hate taking tests. What test did you take? Driver's test? Corota test? IQ test? What test did you take there, Indy? Hey Tim, worst to fix. I am building I'm building an entire costume for a photo book project that I decided to undertake. I'll make a video later on talking about the book project, but yeah, essentially this is, I don't know if you call it a mask or a helmet. It's kind of both, but neither, because it's not going to go all the way over the head, but it's going to cover more than just the face. Not even going to cover the entire face, though, just down to the nose. This is all paper mache with toilet paper and paper towels. And liquid starch and kite string. I opted to go with this set of materials because it's incredibly cheap. This is like Bob's toilet paper. Pandemic prices are about $1 a roll, probably. I don't know. But it's not the stuff you would want to use in the restroom. It's a little too gritty for that. Hello there, Ultra Boy. How are you? Welcome to my test stream. I should probably hang a light over here or something so you guys can see from that side. Yes, I am having a cigar. I love them. Yeah, man. It's good to see you too. I finally got a new capture device so I could actually do this stuff again. Not that I really did it a lot before, but, you know, when I did do it, I missed it now. So, The roommate's over there painting minis. I may throw the camera on him while I go pick up my kid in a half hour, just so y'all can watch him watch League of Legends and paint miniatures. What do you think, Nate? He's probably listening to the stream right now, so he probably can't hear me. I moved the camera closer, and now I can't read the screen when I'm over there. Oh yes, the good old Twitch days of streaming video games. You know what? I miss that. I miss that quite a lot. I'm thinking after this pandemic crap is over, we might do a little bit of that again, maybe. We'll have to see how it goes. See if any of the other guys are interested in doing that. But yeah, it'd be a lot easier now too, because I've got multiple cameras and I got the Blackmagic ATEM mini switcher device, so we could actually have multiple camera angles, not just one. I do miss getting to watch the guys be aggravated play a video game, though. That was good times. So now I've got to let this headpiece dry. Give me a second to put my starch back in this bottle, because you know you don't want to waste any of this $2 fluid. And then I'll show you guys the torso that's behind me, because I think there's some people new to the stream that haven't seen it yet that might find it interesting. This is the torso that I have built for this particular costume. Yes, it has nipples. The nipples are balls of toilet paper. This is all paper mache, and then the exterior is essentially still paper mache, but it's using these cheap shop rags to texture it with. Then it was all just quickly painted with some acrylic. Nice tools around. Man, this is a mess. You're actually, all this stuff is sitting on my my Christmas gift that my wife gave me, which is this huge toolbox. I'm making great use of it right now. Check this out. I can't, it's too, not wide enough. The Blackmagic ATEM Mini right there that we're using to run this. And my laptop right there, using to, you know, preview and all that stuff. This is a huge toolbox. You've probably seen in the background in a couple of videos, you know, different times, but I'm using it as a table right now. At least the top two drawers. I like this space. It's just gotten really cram-packed full of stuff the last year, so I need to find more storage space for costuming equipment and get a lot of the clutter out of here. Ooh, it's warm in here. The workspace isn't that huge, man. Believe it or not. I mean, it's bigger than some people have, and for that I'm thankful. But we've probably got maybe a 5x10 over here where all this is. That's only about maybe 8-10 feet away from me, the wall. And, you know, I keep it pretty confined. But back over there, the rest of the garage is all computers and stuff. My actual day job desk is over there, and then where I do video editing is just behind that. And where my wife watches TV is right there, the big TV, and then the roommate lives over here in this little corner with his miniature painting station, painting his little gangsters. And then the dogs, they live down here too. Right now it looks like something from Dr. Seuss went a little evil because, you know, the nose bulged thing here, but we're going to cut all that off when we're done. The next step is to let that dry and then trim the paper mache out of the way, and then I'm probably, not sure yet, but I'm probably going to do the same texturing that I did on the mannequin. I'm sorry, the chest piece on the helmet with the fabric. Just little shreds so you have that nice gritty texture to it. Because I really like the way that looks. I think this helmet needs something else. I need to put like some kind of Norse rune or something on the forehead, maybe. Here in about 15 minutes, I've got to jump ship and go pick my kid up from school. If my roommate's cool with it, I'll throw the camera pointed in his direction and y'all can watch him. He won't have the chat unless he gets on the stream himself, but you know, maybe he'll be cool with that. Maybe not. He may not like y'all. Is it done yet, Nate? Just noticed the nips. Yeah, they're made out of toilet paper balls because the mannequin doesn't itself have nipples, and I wanted it to have like that little touch of creepiness that it kind of gives off because of the texture. The bottom of this, the skirt, if it were, is made out of that really big yarn and jute cord, and then it's all been spray painted black and then double knotted over another strand that goes around the waist to make like a skirt that's all just frayed and lots of danglies.
Oh, okay, right.
Could take these gloves off now. They're all sweaty inside. I appreciate that, man. I hope it works well in the photographs whenever we get around to that stage of working on the project. I don't yet know if we're going to be like what the rest of it's going to be. I kind of make these things up as I go along. But we'll probably do some sort of body paint on the model, then put this on over it and have some like crazy things come, like a hair effect coming out of the helmet or whatever. I'm ready for it to be done too, because I want to see it, you know. I've lost a lot of patience in my old age, and I'd really like to be able to see it done myself. Believe it or not, though, the torso, probably an actual number of days that I spent working on it was probably only 2 or 3 days. I did like the paper mache layer, let that dry overnight. And then I did the cloth layer and let that dry for several hours. And then I went back and put Mod Podge on it, let that dry for several hours. Actually, I think I let all that dry overnight again. And then the third day I just painted it. Old age, I joke. Man, I feel like I'm getting old, dude. I'm hitting that midlife crisis, you know. I'm going to have to sell everything I have and buy a sports car. I also need to run and get another mini HDMI cable so I can hook up my second camera, and then I can have shots to switch back and forth to. Maybe that's the thing I ought to go do before I come back. Then I'll have 2 shots I can punch between. Nobody needs a sports car. I drive a Jeep right now, dude. Sports cars can't go where I can go, and they certainly can't take a hit like mine can. I do need a good camera. If anybody wants to sponsor that, send me an A7S III. I would be eternally grateful. Right now I'm just using the Sony A6600 right here. I have an A7 III over there, but I don't have another HDMI cable for it. And the I don't have a dummy battery for it. So it would have to be powered via actual battery. Actually, I think this one can be powered USB. Sorry about the audio here. I think this one can be powered through a USB battery bank, so I might be able to just plug this one in through a USB cable into the wall. That might be handy, actually. But yeah, I know you use Canon, not Sony. I'm working on converting you because I used to use Canon, and I absolutely do not regret the switch. I know if Rob was on here, he would probably agree with me. But I don't think Rob's ever used a Canon, so. What the battery is? Everything okay?
Huh?
Everything okay?
I'm checking laundry.
Oh. I was like, what are you looking at, dude? There's no monitor over there anymore. Why would you stand up to look at it?
Ghosts.
Tim, I don't think you would miss Canon one bit if you switched over to Sony. I think it would suck for a little bit having to go through the purchase pains of buying new glass and that sort of thing. But if you do switch, don't sell your Canon lenses. Buy the Sigma MC11 adapter and just keep your Canon glass, because Canon glass is fantastic. I'm going to take this head and put it over here in the fan. So it dries faster. I have two Canon lenses that I use on my Sonys. I have the 85 f1.8 and I have the 100mm f2.8 macro, and I like them both. And they will both work great on my Sony cameras. I would kill for a Sigma 14-24. And thanks about the beard, man. I couldn't let it go. Just can't happen. It's not a thing I can do. I'm an adult. I can live with a beard. I'm just saying, like, Canon glass, like EF mount lenses, just in general, they're fine and they work on Sony cameras. I mean, yeah, some of them are good, some of them are bad. And I definitely like Sigma lenses. If you decide you don't want that 14-24 anymore, you send it over my way, okay? I actually currently only have one zoom lens. I have the Tamron 28 to 75 or something like that. It's a weird zoom range, and I like it okay, but you know, being f2.8, I don't use it that much. This lens that I have on this camera right now is just the Pancake 16mm Sony 16mm f2.8. And it's good because it weighs absolutely nothing. It makes this whole little setup just like, it looks like a toy. You know, I've also never shot on a fisheye lens before. I think that might be kind of cool, like, to do once in a while. I just don't want to, like, spend the money on one and not use it. You know what I mean? I recently acquired, around Christmas, I acquired a Lens Baby 35, Sweet 35, and it's pretty cool. It's not as useful as, you know, you want. It's very niche. You can't just go around using it for everything. It just wouldn't look right. Yeah, I need to see if I can get a really long USB-C cable, then I can power this one off of that. I could do that. And then two longer HDMI cords. That's what I need. Then I can put my cameras where I want them, have them both powered off the wall, and have them both live streaming at the same time. Well, I could do picture in picture. This thing does that. It's kind of cool. I haven't got to play with it a lot yet. I just set the stream up because, I wanted to test it out and make sure it was going to work. Tim, now they've released that Sony A1, it'd be the time to switch if you had the money. It's an expensive camera. Nate, whenever I go pick up Odin here in just a second, I'm going to turn this camera on to aim at your minis.
I'm going to whip my dick out, get you banned.
Oh! The ban hammer!
Hammer!
I'll just tell him it was you, not me, and you hijacked my stream.
Don't matter, YouTube's a bunch of Puritans.
Wonder if I could just, if it would let me put in, no, I guess not. It would be really cool if this, little black magic would let me put a online playlist in here. Oh man, another Canon, huh? Well, it's really hard to, argue against the higher end Canons, except for the problem where most of the middle to lower end Sonys are still competing with them spec wise pretty easily. I don't know what some of these folders are. I'm trying to find some video to throw up here because nothing in there. It's not just the video specs though. That's kind of the problem. Canon's shooting themselves in the foot photograph specs wise too. What's up, Indy? Got a question or something there? Don't be afraid, just drop it in chat. I mean, I'm not going to be... I got to actually bail here in just like 2 minutes to go pick my son up. In fact, that was probably my wife messaging me to ask me if I was going to do that or not. Tomorrow I have a paid shoot, believe it or not. Somebody actually hired me to shoot something and offered me real money. It's pretty rare around here. Like, most people will tell you $50 is insanity. So paid work over here is like nil for video stuff. So many emails. Good grief. What's the best in the area? Well, what's funny is I might actually be the best in the amateur range, but most of the people who are in the professional range, I don't know any of them. So there's some good people out here, though. I mean, I definitely don't feel like I'm the best. I feel like I am by far the most different when it comes to all the things that I shoot from the people in my area. The boudoir and fashion market out here is pretty slim, and most of the people that shoot that kind of stuff are very, very much similar in my mind. I feel like the things that I've been doing recently involve a lot more post and pre-production than a lot of the other photographers and video people are putting out. So yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see a lot more from a lot of people. And I feel like they could do it. I just feel like they're not doing it because, you know, they can get away with it. What I really need to do is figure out how to market myself better, because that's the thing I'm struggling with. Marketing, well, the problem with marketing is it's expensive. So I've been working off of organic growth only, just posting on social media stuff, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, yada yada. My Instagram's been growing pretty good. I think I've picked up maybe 200 or 300 followers in the last month or so. And I've picked up a couple of little video gigs, but only like I said, only one paying client. It's a matter of getting my face and my name in front of more people, and without paying for marketing and advertising, I'm struggling figuring out ways to do that. I don't have the money to invest in marketing. It's expensive, and, you know, I don't want to spend the money, I want to make the money. And I'm fine with a little bit slower of a growth rate, you know? I don't want to get in over my head. And if I started advertising, like paid advertising, I might end up growing really fast and getting in over my head and needing like help and more equipment and stuff and not being able to afford it. And I definitely don't want to be in that boat. I also need to figure out how to take my organic growth, my organic marketing or whatever, and get it in front of the people with money. Because, you know, all these people who want me to work and do things are telling me $50 is insanity. I don't want to work with those people anyway. If they're telling you $50 to work is insane, they don't value your work, and they probably shouldn't be, you know, messaging me in the first place, because, you know, they know they're a cheapskate, and they're not gonna, they don't care about it. Yes, sir, I do still do leather work. I just haven't been taking any orders for it, so I haven't been doing much. I tend, you know, whenever I have a couple of orders on me or a deadline that's encroached upon me, I tend to sit down and do a bunch of it at once. I still need to do your Egyptian stuff. Man, I keep forgetting about that. The next time I have an order come in, and like right now, another thing is I'm kind of out. I've got a little bit of leather, but not like what I need to do that stuff with. So the next time I get an order and I go buy some more leather, I'll definitely be doing your Egyptian stuff. I know, man. I feel like I'm like the worst friend ever when it comes to that. I'll definitely get them done. I just... Do I have? No. Yeah, no, I don't have the leather that I need to do that with. I have some really, really thin stuff, but you can't tool on it very well. You punch right through it. So I need to go get like the thicker stuff like we made the guitar straps out of and that sort of thing. So that I can actually do the tooling on it for you. Well, hell, if you're still waiting, I know you can wait. It's been like over a year. You asked me to do those things over a year ago, and I've just been slacking on it. You know, I've probably only taken 3 leatherwork orders in the last year, to be honest. He still like his guitar? Does he actually play it, or is it just hang on the wall as a decoration? Because I'd like some better video of him playing the guitar with the strap on it and stuff. You should shoot me a little cinematic video of him playing guitar. Make it like a little music video. Send it over to me. Let me put it on my YouTube channel. I think Scott did an amazing job on that. And poor Scott's had it pretty rough the last... Whoo! Scott's had it pretty rough. I always try to put my life in perspective against Scott's. Every time I've got stuff going wrong and being crazy and stuff, I always just remember, you know, at least I'm not losing my legs or my fingers. You can't even go visit him, like, even if you guys quarantine first? Man. How far away does he live from you? Because I thought he lived, like, in the same little area with you. Oh, so he's not even in your country. I really thought he was, like, in the same neighborhood. Holy smokes. All right. That's a little drive. Yeah, they really got to get this. They really got to get this pandemic mess under control. Our local government is not doing a very good job of any of it. They're trash. They're like, we have a mask mandate, but they said, you know, we're going to mandate you wear a mask, but we're not going to do anything if you don't. There's no fines, no fees. They won't even tell you to go home. They're just, you know, you just get to run around and do whatever you want. Nobody's on lockdown. It's like they don't even care. And our state has like the highest death rate in the country right now because people they just don't care. They don't care about each other. It's really frustrating. It's really sad. €300 when you don't wear a mask. Holy smokes. Yeah, I'd be wearing a mask. I actually have this like face shield that I bought that I actually need to start wearing. I wear like a little cloth mask. I don't normally wear this thing. But you know, I got it because of the beard. You know, the beard dangles out. But the downside is I can see the glass and it distorts everything I look at. So it makes it not like I can't really use it in too many situations. Yeah, I'm glad Germany's on lockdown and I'm glad they're doing that. I'm sure it's really reducing their death rate and keeping stuff under control. I'm really hoping this vaccine works. Yeah, finding the hospital masks around here is pretty hard though. They're not very common. They're limiting the sale of those to like hospitals only. Yeah, but I bet you're, like, with the lockdown, I bet you guys are having much less of a death rate and infection rate comparatively. Like, we're getting Oklahoma's not that big, man. We only have a few million people here, and we're getting thousands of new sick cases a day in such a small population. We do not get free masks at all. You can walk into some stores and they'll give you a disposable one. Some stores will, like the bigger chains, but N95 masks are not cheap. They're really hard to find here. 20,000 new cases in Germany. I think we get that 20,000 every couple of hours. I don't know. Let me look. I don't want to be the spreader of false information. Let's see. Oklahoma COVID cases. We're averaging 87 cases a day. Oklahoma's had 400,000 cases of 397,000 cases of coronavirus and 3,600 deaths. The county I live in, I'm sorry, this is since, when is this since? Oh, this is the average over 7 days. Okay. Yeah, average over 7 days, we're looking at almost 80,000 cases in my county and 600 deaths. What's wild is, how are we having that many cases and deaths of coronavirus and we still have people alive? 600 a day is a lot. Or is that the average over 7? I don't understand this chart. It's pretty brutal, man. They're being really dumb here. On January 13th, we had a daily average of 4,300 a day getting COVID. As of January 14th. It's ridiculous. They're just not, our government's not taking it seriously. Our state government's taking it less seriously than the federal government. In fact, our state government basically doesn't even care. We don't have businesses on lockdown. Bars are open. You know, nobody seems to care. Everybody here is more about their own freedoms and liberties than they are about the safety of others, which makes a lot of sense considering, you know, I don't really want the government telling me what I can't do. But at the same time, like, people need to be more cognizant of the health and safety of the people around them. And I think the people here aren't taking that seriously at all. Alright, so here's the thing. I've got to jump ship and I've got to run over and pick up my kid from school. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kill the stream. That way it's not sitting here staring at nothing. Though I could leave it running if you guys wanted to leave browser tabs open on mute, minimized, or whatever, just to help me build watch time. So real quick, if you want to do that, let me know, and I'll just leave the camera pointed at the workbench. Otherwise, I'm gonna shut it down and go pick up my kid, and then when I get home, I may hop back on the stream and do some more crafting. Take it easy, Tim. Have a good one. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the chat. I'll see you. Talk to you soon, brother. I'm sad Rob didn't get on here and troll me. Man, I was counting on it. Alright guys, I'll see you all very soon.